What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Poor Man's Guide to Building a Food Truck. In today's video, we're going to be doing the second part of the two-part series of installing our ventilation fan and our ventilation hood. Today is fan day. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, guys, so from the top side, you can see we've got that first duct that comes through there quite nicely, and then our roof curb, which is right here. This is the next stage. You can see it doesn't quite clear that second bolt right there, so what we're going to do is we're going to temporarily remove that bolt right there. I haven't siliconed anything, we can pull it right out. Just put the supports down there again, drill a hole in the curve plate so that we can actually hit the curve plate with that bolt, and that's actually going to make it a lot more secure as well. So that's the first thing that we're going to do, and then we'll get ready to install the curve plate. We have the electrical coming out here ready to go, and let's see. All right, guys, just to show you what we're doing here, we're thread locking now. So we've got our red thread lock right here, and we're going to thread lock the thread obviously right here. So it's definitely a two-person job, one to hold on the top and then one to lock off the nut that's underneath. So just so you know, that's what we're doing right now. So you guys can see we've got it locked off on the top, thread lock underneath, and then on the inside of the trailer we're just twisting as far as it'll go, so it's really solid. All right, so we got all four thread locked and locked off as tight as they'll go, and right now we are drilling the duct to make sure it's nice and solid, because we're going to silicone everything. We're going to silicone everything in sight because we don't want any water getting in here at all. So we're going to silicone the outside of that first duct. All right, guys, so we got everything siliconed. Went super heavy with it. All four of them are silicone. We've also siliconed that inside duct. Probably gonna do a second layer just to be extra safe. And now we're just going over with this Flex Seal, recommended by Frank Baltierrez. I've never used it before, but apparently it's really good stuff. So I picked it up from Home Depot for about, I don't know, $25, 30 bucks, I'm not sure exactly, but I'll put a link in the description for it. But this is basically what we're going to be throwing on all of our air spaces, so that it is completely 100% waterproof, because we do not want any water getting in here. So that's what we're using for sealing. All right, guys, so if you do decide to go with one of these ventilation direct units, when it comes to the electrical, the one piece of advice I can give you is make sure that you give yourself plenty of leeway when it comes to the wiring. Mine's super tight, so I managed to get it in, but it took me a good 20-30 minutes to actually get them wired up, positive to the positive, neutral to the neutral, ground to the ground, and then that extra power cable is capped off right there. But you can see it's pretty tight right there. I used 3/4 Liquidtight, which is right here. It came with a 3/4 inch adapter right there. Fits in that little knockout perfectly, actually. So that's just with the wiring of it. Wanted to show that to you guys real quick. Make sure that you give yourself plenty of slack with the wiring of this. All right, guys, we got everything situated. So before we do our final installations and bolt everything down solid and silicone it, we're just gonna do a quick test run here and make sure that the wiring's good. So actually I haven't tried this yet, so this is gonna be interesting. No trip on the breaker, it's usually a good sign. And then we already got the switch installed. Here we go. There it goes. Success. Turn it up, turn it down, and turn it off. There we go, guys. Successful installation. Now, one of the things that I did not go into detail with is the switch, which I already have pre-wired up here. The reason I did that, guys, is, as you all know, I'm not a professional and I'm not an electrician. So I don't want to show you guys like exactly how I did it, just in case it's wrong, or you know, with professional electricians out there, they're gonna know a lot better than me. So my advice for you would be to go ahead and check out Frank Boltier's on YouTube. He actually just uploaded a video about a week or so ago on installing, or sorry, on wiring up these switches. I mounted mine vertically for one reason and one reason only. And actually, I cut the hole for this way too wide for the single gang box. So I was like, damn, I wouldn't want a gap on either side. So I just mounted it horizontally for that reason, just so it looks a little bit better aesthetically. But as you can see, guys, I followed his video step by step, and it works. So it was actually really easy to wire up if you just follow his instructions, like I said, step by step. It is a little bit tight in these Legrand single gang boxes, I will say that, so make sure you have plenty of slack. And then also, again, I want to say it one more time, on the top, make sure that you leave yourself plenty of slack, because mine is super tight. I mean, I barely was able to wire it all up. I was kicking myself because I wish that I gave myself more slack to make it easier. So that's the reason that I'm not going into great detail with this, but I will leave a link for it in the description. I picked it up from Amazon for about $20. Super easy to find. I'll leave a link in the description below. And that's about gonna wrap it up. So let's wrap it up. And last but not least, guys, we're just gonna run a real quick test. Just have a regular old plastic bag here, and once we switch the fan on, you should be able to put it up to the filters, and it should get you know, sucked up by there. So let's just see if we power this on. See right there, it's sucking it up. So success. So just to tie everything together, guys, I want to say thank you so much for the support recently. Your comments, your feedback have been really great. It seems that whatever we're doing here to try and you know, save some money seems to be reflective on a lot of other people out there. If you maybe don't have all the resources in the world to be able to build stuff like this, because this stuff is expensive. Even if, you know, you're doing it my way, you're trying to do it the poor man's way, it's still expensive, and it takes a lot of commitment. So I want to thank you guys for you know, for giving me some feedback on that. Next, what's going to be coming next? We are going to be moving on to the plumbing, so make sure that you stay tuned for that. We're going to be purchasing the 3-compartment sink, which I already have it marked out right here. You can see that's going to be coming real soon. So make sure that you stay tuned to the channel, subscribe, check out our Instagram page, check out our TikTok page. If you have any more questions or comments, leave them right below. And until next time, guys, thanks very much.